Has a totally different take. They're focusing on post offices, partly, we should say, Polly, because they've had a campaign on this, all to do with fair pay for people running post offices. But I think this has been floating your boat a little bit.
Well, so the post office is going through a huge kind of process of change, but it's not going fast enough to keep up with the technological shifts that are happening in our postal services. And sub-postmasters, who are the people who basically run local post offices, don't feel that they get paid enough for it to be worth their while, which is why so many post offices close. There's lots of innovation that needs to happen, but some of that does need to involve more money for the postmasters, but also more stuff for them to do. You know, my view is they should be kind of a front of house for government, supporting people, not just with filling in passport applications, but actually with things like benefit applications, housing applications, all sorts of things that post office could have a kind of new role as the rest of public services become digital.
Yeah, so you're proposing a big rethink. This is actually, when you drill down into this story, David, this is quite a small development, really, which is to do with the Business Minister, Kelly Tolhurst, and her talking about staff wages.
She's talking about the wages, and I think some of the reasons that those smaller sub-post offices have closed down is because they're not paid enough for the extra services they put on. And if that happens, I mean, particularly in rural areas where people are suffering from elderly people who need to use the old-fashioned mail rather than email, then perhaps that might help.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk more about this because I think the future post office is actually something that people do worry about, and a lot of people say, I used to have one just down the road, now I have to go miles, and so on. We'll also be talking lots more about Brexit, of course. That's it for the papers this hour. David and Polly will be back at 11:30 for another go-round. But thank you for now. We'll see you a little bit later. Goodbye.
Hello. The weather